Hi everyone, this is Don Bauer here again for another video. This time I'm showing you some of the new things which I've got over the last week. One of them, the first one, you may think has very little to do with photography. What it is the next spring and summer directory. It's like one of the massive catalogues. Order one of these boys, you get two of these massive books. Oh, look at these. And if you're ever wanting to know what to do in, current fashion photography or stock photography, then this is the magazine to show you what is commercially successful and what, like a major company like NYX is wanting to do for their photo shoots. Granted, the stuff will be pretty plain and simple. There's some kind of stock stuff. But it looks like they have gone and done a little bit of interesting photography work instead of their normal just plain available light, lots of reflectors rather than using any flash. It's great to see, again, this is a great magazine to look through, look at poses, look at how the models stand and how they get eye contact with the camera and the person who's viewing it as well. Also just some stunning models to have a look at. Like, here's a perfect example, same model, different clothes. They're looking straight at the camera, there's looking a little bit to the side, there's looking straight to the camera, but with mouth open. And like all these slightly different poses create just brilliantly different images. It's also a good one if you're ever doing stuff like kid photography. You can see the kind of how they do the nice soft lighting on the kids. Here they're trying to add in a little bit of shadow work there. But generally, when you're doing it with kids, it's usually just nice, soft images that you always get. Here's where the photos are starting to get a bit more interesting. These are the more summery shots. Like even for example, this one here, you can tell that they've had to use flash. There's a big flash coming for this way. Meanwhile, the sun is hitting her from behind and giving her this nice halo effect or rim lighting. But yeah, get great magazine or catalogue or directory, whatever you want to call it, to get ideas about model positions, poses, looking into the camera, all that kind of stuff. It's huge and you could go through it for about a week and you probably wouldn't see two photographs the same. So NYX directory is really good. This is the home directory, so all the stuff you want to buy for the house if you're wanting to buy furniture and all that. And again, as a photographer, you may not be interested in the latest couches or latest sofas, but you will be interested in how they've lit them. Like for example, this one is a bed, but you can see there's strong light coming from outside, but yet there's still enough light coming in here. So there's also been a big reflector just behind the camera, bring as much light back into the image again. So it's really good to look at it and analyse the pictures and see how it's done. So if you can, the next spring summer catalogue, good purchase, good buy, NYX directory. Give that a go for ideas of photography. The other thing which I bought is toys for my flashlights. It's Strobys! Strobys, it's upside down there. And I've gone for that's not the effects kits, I haven't gone for that one. Gone for the portrait kit here, where you get a whole bunch of different things, from a small beauty dish to a diffuser, to a softbox, to a barn doors, a snoot, and honeycomb grids. Now, whenever you buy this, you also have to buy the adapter to attach it to your type of flash. With mine being an SB900, I've attached it to, you need to get a separate little adapter thing, which I have actually just gone and already stuck inside what is to be a softbox. The softbox took me ages to get it sorted. Well, it didn't take me, it took about 5 minutes, which is ages in photography time, so you don't want to be fanning around doing that. But the softbox is tiny, it's not really that handy, but I did take some pictures of Kim, which she thought were quite nice with the softbox. And you can see it gives a nice square bit in the eye, which you can see straight away. And it does give kind of nice lighting, but for those photos, I had the softbox about here. Not that great if you wanted to get body shots or anything. So if you want a proper larger, like 3/4 length photos and you want a softbox, then you really need to go for something which is a couple of feet big, not a couple of centimetres. What's that? That's about 20 centimetres by 10 centimetres. It's tiny, it's tiny. So unless you can have it there, giving soft light right in front of the camera, then it's not going to really have that much use. But whenever you've got it up, it's a good one to have if you want to give a slightly different look. The good thing is, with it being small, actually, it does have its benefits. So, for example, if you're doing a photo shoot of a model and you want her to have light on her face but not the rest of her body, if you use an umbrella, that will definitely cast harsh shadows. It will also spread a lot of the light around the rest of the place. If you do it shoot through of an umbrella, you cast even more light around the place as well. But the softbox is quite direct with the fact that the light can't come out the side and it has to come straight out, but it's still that big soft. So it can be handy if you want to just get good light on somebody's head but not the rest of their body, and not cause strong shadows going over to the other side of the screen. But with it, I'll show you what we can do. Oh, I'll show you the other things that we've got. One is what they call a beauty dish. Now this is about 6 inches big and is pretty kind of pointless, I would say. You're never really going to use a beauty dish this small. Beauty dishes are usually massive, big things, you know, things that are at least bigger than the face, not that size. So it might be interesting to try it out for just some close-up. Again, it all has to be close-up stuff for this stuff to work, but it is pretty small. It'd work quite well for if you're doing like stock photography or, you know, like close-up of teddy bears or whatever. This is the diffuser, which is pretty big actually. Gary Fong would be very... Is it Gary Fong? Jerry Fong? Fong? Mr. Fong. His diffuser isn't quite as big as this, I don't think. This is pretty massive. And the diffuser is totally rubbish if you're wanting to do stuff like interior photography, because it casts the shadow forward. Because all the light is coming up here, it's also going forward, which when you're doing portraits is good because you get a little bit more light going on them and you get light hitting all over the place. If you're doing interior photography, this is rubbish. This is for portraits. So just be aware of that. If you ever try and bounce this off a ceiling, it doesn't work. Also, you'd always want to use this while it's pointing up the way. Next thing, barn doors. Look at these little things, tiny little barn doors. Aren't they cute? Aren't they cute? Oh, I feel like I'm in a high-priced Hollywood film with these. Pretty much useless. Again, well, it might have a tiny use if you want to slightly direct the light like that, and you can point the light there. But you've also got these, you know, the light can easily escape out the sides there, so it's not that great. But it might be quite a cool thing to have on your flash. It's not something you should be using that much, I'd imagine. But the things which are good is this boy, Snoot. The Snoot comes with, well, it comes on its own, so it's just a hole like that. And it also comes with these two things, which are grids. And they're called speed grids. They've got 2 different speeds of them. And if you notice, this one's got quite small holes, and this one's got slightly bigger holes. Small, big, small, big. And what they do is they effectively, if you put it to the side, you can't see, they kind of help shape the light so it's going straight, more direct. The smaller the holes, the more direct it is coming straight towards you, and the smaller circle. The other thing is, there's another grid that comes with it. This boy, so this one will fit straight onto your flash, quite about the same size as the small. It's a 20-degree grid, so if you tilt it at 20 degrees, there you can't see through it. Or it's also called, it is sometimes done in inches as well. And that's going to be quite good because with the flash that you normally get, the Nikon SP900, it's square and the flash goes out like that. Stick this on the front and you get a nice little circle. Sticking these boys on the end of the Snoot make you have great highlight shots. So if you want to just highlight the back of somebody's head, these boys on this, which fit like that, done, and now you can see through the grid. These boys are going to be important and pretty useful. Now if you spend ages getting your softbox up and ready, that's fine, because you can actually stick this stuff while your softbox is on. You just click it like this, in, done, and then that's you got your Snoot. So you don't really need to take this off at all. And then you can put your little grids on the end, and that's you shooting. See, great. So I'll try and show you some shots in the next video of how you know, what the different looks that these give and how they work on the light in the next video. So there you go. Hope you enjoy that, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.